Today, I'm attempting some thrilling climbs, navigating breathtaking rock formations, discovering ancient artifacts like potsherds and grinding stones, and descending to a mysterious hilltop structure. And this is one of the coolest finds of the day. Hey guys, welcome to another adventure with Ruins and Ridges. Today we're climbing a cool rock formation that looks like it's a tilted dome. That's actually what I named it, but this whole trail used to be an old train line. A train used to go through here, and this is one of the old cabooses. You can see all the engines and parts. Gotta catch up with my mom here. That mud over there is pretty soft and it's eroding away. Eventually that'll become a big canyon. Here's where we turn off from the main old train line onto another trail, and then we'll turn completely off trail. We're heading to the very summit of that big dome right there. It looks impossible, but it's really pretty easy. I must have been up there at least 24 times. It's like my favorite hike in the area, so we always just climb it. In these shaded cracks and gullies, it retains a lot of moisture and it keeps pretty cool, so there's a lot of plants and ferns and moss. This is the most impressive side. As you can see, it's like it looks like a mushroom or something. I don't know, it's really cool. The route we're taking goes zoop up that gully. Looks steep from here, but it's really easy actually. This ramp or gully is the hardest part. Again, it's really not bad. Nothing above class 3. really quite fun, actually. You might have seen this tree earlier. That tree right there. That's also another option if you're not afraid of heights, but I definitely don't recommend that. Man, what a view. Again, this is one of my favorite climbs in the area just because it's so solid and fun and not difficult or exposed. Almost there. This is the summit right there. Whew, on top of that. You can basically look like straight down onto the trail. You can see some bikers. Man, this is just a great climb. All class 3, solid, no exposure, not too difficult. It's about like 20 feet and then it's overhanging. I unofficially named this Tilted Dome. I'll put the number of the elevation We're descending, and then we're gonna go to like this cool slot over there, like a slot canyon thing. First we gotta get down this. Sun has officially just set behind the mountains. And so looking back up at the peak, we went like that. It's just such a cool formation. The granite. There's so many cool mountains out here. This region. These rocks' colors vary from like a light, almost white color, like right there, to tan, to pink, to brown, to almost black in some places, and red. Super cool. Little pothole. We came here a couple years ago, and I can't remember if this was it or if it was further down. I don't know. We'll have it. We'll take a look further down, but this may be it. It's not much of a slot, but more of a waterfall, a dry waterfall. Well, my memory must be a bit foggy because I remember this being pretty like big and like a big tunnel, but it's not, just a little waterfall. Anyway, still cool. So it got very dark and we had to come back the next day, and now we are going to explore the slot and a couple other ancient sites and hills. Around the slot there are a couple dams that are built out of concrete. So it looks like they're trying to make some kind of ponds. Here is sort of a waterfall canyon, and at the end there's a dam built up. It is very cold today, and you can see there's even ice right there. Oh, and this is the slot that I was remembering. Yeah, this is pretty cool. It's like a box canyon almost. That was a cool little detour. Now we are headed up this other hill where a while ago I found what looked like a ruin on Google Earth, and we've been there before, and we can't figure out if it's ancient or not, because we didn't find any pottery sherds. But anyway, we're going up there right now. We have Buddy here today also, and he just ran off. He's always trying to sniff something. We're just hiking around to the base of the hill, and this is a sandstone mono. Again, it's split right there, but if you look in the sun, it's shiny in some places. So that was definitely a mono, and this is sandstone again, so it was brought in from, I don't know, 50 miles away. And right here you can see there's a little pottery sherd, and these look like they've been worked. You can see that's definitely a worked edge. It's also flaked off. This could have been flaked off to make other tools. So lots of interesting stuff right here. We are headed up this hill now. It's quite a scramble, as you can imagine. It's pretty steep, so not going to film too much, but we'll eventually end up on top of that. Again, sorry for the lack of filming. It's just this terrain. It's not very pleasant, but we're making progress. Reaching the top. The summit is basalt, which is unusual because the rest of the hill is granite, and pretty much everywhere else around here is granite. So I think this could be a volcano, small volcano. There's this little room, but I definitely think this is modern. It's just not the style that ancient ruins are built in, at least in this area. So I think this part is modern, but up on top, there's one that looks more ancient. Almost there. This is the summit. There are kind of two summits, and in between there's a small saddle, and the ruin is in that saddle. It's very windy, so sorry for the wind noise. This is the ruin, and it looks much more ancient than the other one. The walls are taller, thicker. This is probably some ancient lookout. It has good views, and you can go to either of the two summits and see both sides, and at the same time, it's sheltered in the saddle. It's a great lookout from right here. Over on the north side, you can see there's a lot of lichen. And if we come around to the south side, there's no lichen. So that means after these rocks were placed, the lichen grew. And lichen takes a very long time to grow. Also, you can see there's a huge rock right in the wall. And modern people wouldn't bother to put that there. It's also indented, like a depression in the middle. And down in the valley, there are lots and lots of other ancient sites. So this makes sense to be a lookout. Now I'm on top of the other summit, and this is looking down. You can see the ruin in the saddle. I think this is a little higher than the other one. The geology here is also pretty cool. Look at those layered rocks. Look at this cliff wall, how it's shining. Since it's such a steep descent, I'm not going to film it. We're just going to go straight down and from there explore a couple other areas. It's very miserably windy and cold. Sorry for the lack of filming again. I climbed up this ridge. I have made a video on it before, one of my first videos actually, and that was cool. I droned around there, got some cool shots, and now we came into this little wash where there are lots of pottery sherds and some artifacts. Like right there, some flint or chert or jasper, and then lots of little potsherds, more flaked off material. There's more flakes. And more pottery sherds. It's a bigger piece. The rim. Here's another one. It's a red color. And this is one of the coolest finds of the day. I did not find this right now, but found this a couple months ago. And this is a metate in the rock. It's very smooth. There's some ice in it right there. But this is not natural. It's exactly the shape of a metate, and there are no other potholes or anything around. And this could have been a mono that was used in the metate to grind food and corn seeds. And next to all these pottery sherds and the grinding surface, these are what I think are monos, which would have been used with the metate grinding surface, again to grind corn and food. You can see that's unnaturally smooth right there. That is right there fits perfectly into my thumb. So I don't know if they picked that out. And then over here is a mono that's split in half right there. And again, smooth on both sides. Leave those right where we found them. Well, that was a fun day of exploring. Climbed some cool ridges and domes and lots of ancient sites, ruins, pottery sherds, flint, everything. Bushwhacking. It was a fun day. Couple days actually. But yeah. Hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching, and please let me know your favorite part was in the comments. And right here, buddy, buddy just